stuff, but just volume it. I'll show you. But just swell into a chord. Some people play this technique, a good technique that you can learn. You can take your finger here and do the volume like that. It's a little different. It's a little hard. I prefer this. Some people like to use their pinky here to hit the note, but I'm my finger and stuff. So, like I said, I'm just not used to your pedal here, so forgive me. You have to get used to your equipment, what you're using. That makes a big difference. Like if I want a real pretty sound, you don't want a lot of dirt, a lot of distortion. It's got a delay. It's kind of with it, quite a song for you guys, so we kind of. So like I said, I'm just not used to pedals, this has kind of got a distortion on it, so I'm not sure exactly. Like I said, I don't know the pedal that well, so it can really mess you up if you're not used to it. But if you're used to your gear and stuff that you're using, there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with your pedal. Like I said, if you just want to use the amp, you can do a lot of amplifiers that have effects on it. I'm kind of old school, so a lot of kids are going with the earbuds now, which is okay. Yeah, you're probably used to that. Okay, just like some strumming techs, I don't know who all plays because who all plays it. And I don't know any details. So who all plays there? What's your skill level? Do you guys, are you all beginners, or are you like played for a while?
I studied for a while.
So you're a beginner?
About 1 year.
Okay.
Sorry.
14.
Now
15, that's awesome. Well, like you said, it takes work. It takes work. So I can give you a few finger exercises for like if you're playing lead. But maybe techniques of good finger exercise. I know it sounds boring, but it's very helpful in playing. So you can do these exercises. It's called alternate picking, where you go down, next one up. Or you can do different combinations. Like you might go 1, 2, 3, 4, or you might go 4. Remember alternate picking. Down, up. Or you can change your finger. You might go 1, 4, 3, 2, and do that on all your strings. That gets you familiar with your guitar neck a little bit better on some of these things. Like you can do it up here if you want. It's just anywhere on the neck if you want to do that, you can. And it's a really good exercise. I do something like this too, but can you guys take the delay off for a minute? Do you know how to take it off? Not for sure. Okay, can you give me a little distortion on it? distortion. Can we take the flange off of it? The flanger or the This would be kind of a rock style. So, like, a good way to find your chords out, there's two forms that I use a lot that really works. Let's try to get it. It's hard to do, but if you could get to learn it, you could really make it sound cool, like on those type of things, like a but yeah, there's two forms that you might want to use on these here. Then you know key of E's. Anybody know key of E's? Go all the way down the neck with these chords here. But this, you can go like between the flats and the sharps. Like here's a E, or E. Change your fingering like this. It's just moving this E up. See how that is? This would be, so this chord would be F. You go like this. You go up a half step. That's A. F sharp, or G will be your next one, G flat. So the in-between keys is a sharp or flat. But you can do some cool stuff, like if you're playing in a, for instance, like if you're an F, you move up, and you go all the way down the neck like this in the E form. So you can do a lot of, I'll go down there for it, like this is a C note. So F sharp, G sharp, A flat, B flat, B, C to flat or sharp, A sharp, A flat. Then go up as a B, C, C sharp, D flat, D, D sharp, D. After this, after the double dot, the neck starts all over again, like here. So if you're playing that here, play there too. It's just like it starts all over. Yeah. So it'll follow a pattern. Like for instance, if you look at an octave, here's a G note. Or same way down there. Okay. This might be a pattern. It really makes a big difference, like I said, on your good level. I'll turn my guitar up. Just go ahead and turn it down there. Just turn the volume down. And I'll just, where's that here? You can see it, guys. I'll just volume. Now I can turn my guitar up and it won't be so loud in here. So nice it sounds now. But I can turn it up here. But those chords are transferable, like I said, you can go all the way up the neck. So then, like if you're playing an F, and you want to, and this is another chord form. I'll show you. The key of A, like this is key of A. There's your A note there. What you can do, you can move this, like pretend that's an A. So then, if you move this here and bring this up, that's a B flat note. See, there's a B flat. Here's a B. This would be, this is root note, would be C, so that's a C chord. And C sharp or D flat, this is D. See how that works? So you can see, like if I want to play the R chord here, and I can move to my next chord and do the same down one. See, it's going to be A, then it'll be D, then it'll be E. There's three chords you can use, but you can do it on any like blues, you know. So like here's like the key of C. Scales seem boring. You know, a lot of times when you're practicing little exercises, they seem boring. But they're very important because if you can learn the what they call pentatonic scale, in Nashville they do a number system. So like for instance, this is 1, so that's the key you're playing, like if it's a G. That's the key you're playing. So the second chord in the scale, like a do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back to the G or here. The same way. So when they say a name of a chord like G, that's a D major. But you can change the name of the chord just by moving one finger. So this would be a G, still a G. Now look, if I take this finger off, it's a G, so dominant 7. In those scales. The pentatonic is the blues scale that a lot of things are based on, but you can get into a lot of other notes as well. But two, like I said, just the way we set this is more of a rock setting, but it makes all the difference in the world trying to get the tone that you want, because your playing will be different when you're playing, especially if you play loud. It really can bring, especially that rock sound, it can really bring it out. So you could go like, here's the open E, a D here. See, that sounds pretty cool. Am I helping you guys any? They're one of my favorites. I like the style so much. And you can clean it up if you want to do chords and stuff. But like I said, some of those scales, those two chords that show on the E chord, the R chord, that's what I call it the moving chord. But actually, each one you go up, you're changing the keys. Like that's F sharp, G flat, G. And it just goes on. Same way here. It'll follow a pattern. This is C, this is C sharp. The next chord's D, so it will be D flat. It follows a pattern. Here's a C here. This is what they call a voicing. Here's a C chord. Here's a C chord. Here's a C chord. Here's a C chord. It's just different positions. It's the same chord, but it's just just what they call a chord voicing. So that's why it's so good to know, the neck really well. But your things you'll have to just that would be really helpful for these bar chords. If you're playing a rock style, you can play bar chords and prettier stuff too. Can you guys give me a clean setting here? More of a setting that's more clean with a chorus on it. Because I have no clue about this pedal, so it's got a pretty on right there. And I can play a few songs. I can show you some pretty stuff that you can do as well.
Dapat yung may-ari kasi nito. Yung gusto niya may chorus kasi. Yung may para may kasabay.
See how much that rings out? Now, if you had cranked it more, it would make just really ring those notes out. Go right right here, everybody. That's a little bit more cleaner, so you can get more of that blues tone.
Yeah.
It's just, see how nice it sounds. You can do some really cool stuff. You can really jam out. See how with a little bit of delay, you hear the echo?
Yeah.
That sounds really nice because you could do. See how I damped it? I want the noise to stop, so you can do damping techniques. I love it. What you guys do? You can do some cool stuff too. You can do, here's a look I like, really like. You do it in your key. This is like a hammer-on pull-off technique. That's what they call hammer-ons, because you're hammering onto the note.
So the pattern you're using is just a pentatonic, am I right?
Yeah, you can. This is just like a regular C chord. See, I'm playing in C here. No, so sorry, this is mine. You move. It's hard to do. It's like a minor. I'm trying to get a clean tone out of this, but we're not having too much luck. Can you help me again, sir, on that?
Can we plug it directly on the instead of using this, can we just directly plug the guitar here in the amplifier?
Do you have clean, like a, well, I wanted an effect. I wanted like a clean chorus sound. Can you guys go through some sounds? Because I want to play some like rhythm and stuff without the distortion on it.
Hindi, itanggalin mo lang siya tapos hindi yung diba sa atin to.
So you discovered triads by yourself, am I right? The triads that you just discovered by yourself.
Yeah, still got a little bit of distortion. I was trying to get a clean tone, but it will help. But you can, if you want a distorted tone to kind of quiet down, you can back the volume off. That means a lot if you're playing too, because if you can get a different sound. But if you crank it up, overdrive the sound. So that can help. Like for instance, if I did have a distorted sound on there, so I cleaned it up, lighten the touch up.
Wala distorted. Meron bass or chorus, tsaka...
So, sorry about that, I just am not getting the tone I want, but we're trying, guys, okay? So if I, like, there's just so many different ways to approach stuff. Yeah, like I said, if you don't have effects, most amps nowadays have effects on them. Not always. Some of them are just straightforward. Some people don't like that. Like the older people, they just play through an amp and they get the tone out of their amp. But you can clean it up by backing the drive off. But If I want a clean sound, I want to do some jazzy stuff. Or like, I'll do some prettier stuff. So you can set it up to your bridge or your neck pickup. And that'll give you a different tone. If you're wanting to really get down on lead, you can put it here on your bridge pickup. But I say I want to do a pretty song. You know, really, really pretty type stuff. And I would put that in the pocket. Okay, so like, I'll do, let's see. I'll say like I'm going up yonder. For instance, if I'm in key of, am I confusing you guys? Or anything? Is it okay? It's a lot to take in.
No, it's an accent.
I took a few jazz lessons, but it works in the same way. Like if you're doing like a ninth chord, or you're doing like a sharp ninth. Kendrick's chord there.
Yeah.
Those chords would be very pretty in songs. Let me do let's see. Acoustic would be better for a song like this. But if I had a more clean tone on it, it would be prettier. We are the reason we gave this time. We are the reason that he suffered and died. And the world that was lost, taking all he could give. Show us the reason to live. I'm using bar chords there, but you could go with just a straight G. We are the reason he gave his life. We are the reason that he suffered and died. To a world that was lost, taking all he could give. To show us the reason to live.
Sobrang ganda.
Or you could do some really pretty chords, I think. Or just sing.
Ikaw naman.
I like using this chord a lot. This is it's the scale I was telling you before. Your one chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's major scale. But anything like if I'm playing a G chord here, this would be a 7th in the scale. This chord is still a G. But if I change my fingering, this would be a G major 7 chord. See, the sound is a little different. Same thing as this. It's a jazz chord. So you can really do some pretty stuff too. Get a good clean tone on your amp. Chorus pedal works really good. The delay pedal works nice. But if you set the delay too much, it'll just sound blah, 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 blah. It just sounds terrible. But if you clean tone in the amp and a chorus pedal, but you probably have a chorus sound on these little stomp boxes. They have a lot of pretty good sounds. I'm just not familiar with it, and that's why I'm not getting some of the tones that I want to get. But that does make a big difference on what sound you want in a song. Because if you're switching up from a distorted sound, and then you want to go real beautiful, clean sound, you want to clean it up and put a nice, full, beautiful tone on it to get that rush. Okay, this is just say. This is
Babalik na. Ulit. Babalik ko. Bro, babalik. Ulit.
Naka-direct siya.
Sorry guys, it's not used to it. That's not cleaner. Yeah. Let's give it a little bit more volume. So that would be, I can't see it very good, guys. Where's the volume?
Volume.
Oh, yeah. Eyes are getting bad after that. See how much prettier that sounds? For a beautiful tone, you can really do some cool stuff. Some of the stuff you can do, but if you could use a volume pedal, but of course it went back to distortion somehow or another.
ba? So, ito yung pedal.
Just with your
Pangalawa
volume.
niya.
Or you can make it sound like a
Naka-distort
pedal,
na
so you make it sound like that'll make it sound like a violin. But using your volume pedal is really cool because you can make chords, real pretty chords, swell into it. It's quiet and it kind of. See how that was? This was just a volume pedal. You can do it with your fingers too. It's a little harder for me, so I prefer that. I got back to distorted sound somehow or other. Can we get back to the clean one? You ready? Set.
Ano nga ba yung
You ready?
Ano kasi
Set. See back to a clean tone. It's not.
Ay, okay. Palit na yun.
You guys are pros already. Okay, we're gonna. Or if you're playing a song like this song now, I could just play it really pretty. How pretty the tone is now, it's not over groovy. It's what song do you want me to do? Oh yeah, you can do different styles. Kind of country style. Anyway, you could do some country licks, and your pedals really can make a big difference. It's not cheating. It's just making your tone better. Like doing country stuff, a little chicken pig, it sounds like a chick. It's a little hard to do. Little Ray Charles. I did the Ray. The Ray back called the Ray. So you can do all kinds of cool. This is just a dependent on the scale.
Mga ginagamit ng pedal.
It's got a nice cool. Get try to just practice when you're home.
Saan ka pinapatayan?
Use your other strings so they won't make a bunch of noise. So, leave the delay on it.
Parang wala kasing doon.
I do that all day.
Sir, I have a question. I have a question. Do you use analog pedals or the manual pedals?
What is it?
The pedals. The analog one or the...
Do I use a pedal?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some pedals at home that I use and I'm used to. You can buy individual pedals like stomp boxes, little ones. They're really good at making one or two stomp tones, but they sound really good. But the multi-effect is really good too because you can have the volume pedal there, you have your delay, you have reverb, you have flanging and chorusing, and all these effects and stuff that you can do. So you could set your amp here to a clean tone. And if you had like a foot switch, you could keep one side of the amp dirty like a rock, and then on the other side you could keep it clean. You see what I'm saying? So
Parang may default na siya.
okay.
Sir, have you memorized the fretboard? All of the notes on the fretboard. Have you
How do I
memorized?
remember?
Have you memorized it all?
Well, it's just like this. If you want to know a certain note, the easiest way, if you want to know a particular note, what you do is you follow that little note thing I showed you, by one note. But it's not necessarily chord because, like I said, like you can do a regular G chord. That's still a D, but then you can change it to D9. It's got changed. But you can find it out through the scale. Like your root note is like a G, for instance, a G. Well, that's your one. This is your second chord. I messed up. But anyway, one, that's your root note, one. But you get it in different places, like I said. You can hit the G here. So you go, if you want to do the one, you do the second and chord to be an A minor, seven. Then you go. See, that's would be the 1, 2, 3. That'd be the third scale. And 4 and C. I'm messing up. It's been a while since I did. Anyway, you get those chords, like you can say, just like I did a while ago, this is a G chord. But in the scale, this note would be the 7 in the scale. So, you're flatting the root. This is a root. G is your root note. So if you do a G chord, if you change your fingering, which this is a little tougher, you're doing the same chord, only thing you're changing is this root note. So that makes it a G major 7. See how pretty that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably have time to play some of this.
This is a different way of playing that same chord. What is called a chord voicing. You there? That's what they call a chord. You could do this in B. This would be your A note, so this would be an A what? Major 7. A major 7. So same way. If it's an A, you go up one step, it'd be A sharp, or a next chord is B, which would be B flat. They have charts at the music store that will show you every note on the guitar. Or the internet. I'm not really great at the internet. If I had YouTube when I was a kid, we had records. Like a record player, you have to go back and take the needle up and put it over and rewind it and try to catch it. But now, kids can learn so much easier because they have YouTube. I mean, I wish I had that when I was a kid. But then, too, if you want to get good, you have to practice. I practiced for hours when I was a kid, and I still do. But if you want to get good, and even now, there's a lot of stuff that I can, learn how to do. But these different voices, like I was showing you, that's an E minor 7, way down here. It's the same chord fingering as I had here. I'll bring it down here. Of course, it's a little harder to chord down. But anyway, those apply to just about anything. Here's a C chord. Well, I can do the same fingering. Well, actually, a little bit different. Here's a way to play C. D is just like a D position. The chord's the same with C. Here would be your G or C. In arpeggios, when you take this chord, you do one note at a time. Same you do. See, I'll do. It's kind of like a running scale. Yeah, or see how it works? It's just learning these chords. But these voices are C. Remember that F or the E chord I showed you? The bar. Come all the way down the neck of this. But it's just going to change. But go by your root note here, which is like F sharp, G sharp, or A flat. And go all the way down the neck. See, there's a bar chord. These chords are really good for, like, if you really want to jam and rock and stuff, or power chords. These are great. And the A position, which is like this. Just move it down here, and then there's your root note, which is a B, so that'd be a B chord. Same way. There's a D. I'm using that same finger, see there? So go by your root note here. You can have your root note in different places. Like here's an A major 7 chord. Listen how pretty it sounds. Hear that sound? Here's a G. This would be a D. There's the same chord thing, but it's a major 7 chord. So, how pretty that sounds? I can play a song. I can show you a little bit of some chord type stuff you can do, but you can do some rhythm to make your electric people sound really pretty. It's on my road. I'll see you sing for you. I can sing it for you, is that okay?
Yes, yes.
It's on my road. Here's another little, this is just little tricks I learned over time. But you can go, like this is, for instance, an A chord. I've tried it, I'm not the greatest at it though. You can do like a harp effect. You can click chimes. It's kind of a cool thing. I'll do an A. Get it right. I'm not the greatest at it, but it's just pretty cool. So what you do to get that effect, here is this would be an A6-9. You come directly from note to here, which would be a C sharp. And you do all these chords, so you bar these down here, these two, and the rest of it here. So you come down 12 frets from where you're playing. It really takes a lot of work. You touch it real gentle. There we go. See how I did it? What you do, you play right over the wire. So here's a note we're playing right here. Same thing, but you go 12 exactly down on 12 frets. You can use your phone. It's pretty cool. But I'm using a different technique, like a harp technique. I'm not great at it, I have to work on it. But that's the idea. You can really do some Tommy Emmanuel. If you heard of Tommy Emmanuel?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You're going to tell them different ways to play operator power.
You heard of operator power? Style or traditional. You can do a jazz way if you want to, like a finger style, where you instead of strumming, if you can get used to playing a finger style, because you could really do some cool stuff. So the three chords, jazz, so jazz. You know jazz, but you
Pang solo.
it's just the rhythms you do with your hands. It's the same thing. I'm doing the same thing, but it's just different types of rhythms I'm doing here. You change chords. Go ahead. See, get it right. Or you know,
You were gonna also use that house towards freedom, overdrive, I think.
yeah, freedom. Let's see. So see how the different tones you can get out of your equipment. That's really important. If you don't have a very big amp, or it's not really all that much on or anything, that's okay. You can buy a little pedal like this. You don't have to buy an expensive one either. Just as long as they got some pretty decent sound. If you go to a music store somewhere, just listen to some, try some out. Like I said, our line music is really good, but a lot of amps will have effects on them too, like delay, reverb. So for each tone that you do, you just got, that's the hardest thing I've found is trying to get tone. Because watch this. You can do your tone up. You got basic sounds there, more muffled. Now watch. How much brighter it got? Or switching pickups, like I'm on the neck pickup. Now watch. Got this bang to it. And you can do it, yeah. But some equipment that you can use, I like using here. Like if you're playing country style, you pop. Use a bridge pickup, it sounds really cool. So you can do stuff like. See how it sounds like a poppy sound? Yeah. You're getting that from your fingers. You're kind of, this is called double stops. You're getting two notes. Sorry guys, I like blues. Guys like blues. Sorry. Yeah, I do songs. You guys like it so far? You're okay with it? It's okay?
Yes.
I write a lot of songs too. But ministry is so important in music. The songs you do. And really, like, you guys probably like a different style of music. There's all kinds of different styles. It's okay. It's good to learn different styles. Like, this is kind of a 50s type. They sent back in the 50s in the US. Say, this is a song I wrote kind of 50s type. not right. For this type of stuff, you want to use this neck pickup. Or get it right. Or you do it with the same thing. You bring that so close to that, like working with your volume pedal. See how it comes in when it comes in through the chord? So there's lots of cool tricks that you can do. Lots of cool tricks. Was there?
You had going up yonder, soon, very soon.
You can apply that any of this stuff to gospel music. That's a song I wrote, but it's actually, back in the 1950s, it was what they called doo-wop. Doo-wop, 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 doo-wop. That's, it's kind of what they call doo-wop there. That's pretty cool stuff. You could take that, and I just use the same tune, but just change the lyrics. You can do gospel lyrics. What do you want me to do?
You've written on soon, very soon, going up yonder.
You guys just okay with whatever?
All
Alright, some people do. I learned some theory. I don't read notes. I don't read tab. But I got a good ear. And I played for a long time. It's hard to play with your ear. But it's calluses. But it's just different ways you can do things. Well, this is have you heard of a song by Clapton?
Yeah.
Very Clapton.
One of my favorite artists.
Have you heard of it? Yeah, he's so good. But he did I'll admit this is a really sad song, but it's a beautiful piece. See? Get it right. The piece is absolutely beautiful as far as I do different styles too. I write a lot of songs, but I like doing the finger style real well. So
But it's the challenging one.
yeah, it can be challenging. Finger style is not easy. But flapping and chord, it's not too bad. You still got to have a rhythm and doing the chord changes. But when you get on to jazz, like these chords I was showing you, some of these chords, it can get a little bit more complicated. So theory is a really good way, like the number system I was showing you. like the 1, the 5 in the scale. And then you drive, and then I said, I asked the jazz teacher, I said, how do you do some of this jazz? He said, well, like, it lies within that chord. When you're playing in that chord, this chord playing, it lies within that. And sometimes when I'm playing live or playing with other musicians, you build off of each other. Like, you may make something, you just do something really cool that you'll build with somebody, you know, like in a scale, or you'll hear other people you're playing with. You can do, like I said, this little let's see, like a crop. See how it sounded? If you put a delay on that, which I don't have the delay, I can't get a delay. Anyway, if you have a delay echo, just a soft echo, you can see some pretty cool stuff. Let's see. See how pretty that sounds? Like a crying sound. But if you put delay on it, really good with a clean setting like this, and you get a delay on that. You can do lots of things with the delay. That's why it's so good to play around with these effects, because you can really come up with some cool stuff. If that makes any sense. Would you want me to play? I like the Latin style. You heard Latin style music. She likes this song. I write a lot of my songs. This is another song. I love you from the bottom of my heart, from the depths of my soul, from my soul. You may have let me know. Invitations give to me one security. I say thanks to you. I say thanks to you. Thanks for being my life. Thank you for your gentle touch. It means so much. The day that you came into my life, the emptiness I had inside has subsided. The joy of peace and happiness. So I say thanks to you. Thanks to you. I say thanks to you. Thanks for being my life. He changed. Okay. Hey. Change it to another key. I love you from the bottom.